Okay. I think everything is set up correctly. The issues with the capture card thankfully will have been resolved. I did buy a new capture card. The thing is, my computer isn't strong enough to handle it because I'm using a Mac to stream, which if you have a Mac you will know that that is not a great idea. But yeah. So yeah, anyway, hopefully everything is still okay. The settings are okay. I had to tweak the audio a little bit, but please let me know if it's too loud or if it's not loud enough or if you need any audio adjustments. Just please let me know. Hi Eden, hi! Thank you so much for being here. Whew, I'm excited. Yeah, okay, so a little recap of the story. This is OTOME GAME, so basically it's the story of a female main character who is trying to find love, and this is like also a shinobi story, so there's like lots of fighting and lots of like political stuff going on in the background. Yeah, so we have the main character whose name is Enju, and she and her team of shinobi go on a mission, and it's Enju's first mission. So they go to the capital, a place that is called Kyo, and they arrest a thief, Ishikawa Goemon. And then when the ruler wants to thank Enju for trapping the thief, he ends up dying, and nobody knows who killed him, so everyone believes it was Enju. So they throw Enju in jail. And a few of her like companions, they try to save her, like Gekkamaru, who's like her bodyguard since childhood. He tries to save her. And Gekkamaru and Ishikawa Goemon and Enju, they end up running away to the mountains. And the rest of their team, they go back to their village, where the boss, who's also Enju's father, tells them that they need to kill her because she assassinated the ruler. So if they don't kill her, if they don't disown her, then basically what's gonna happen is that Kyo, the capital, will attack them and everyone will die. So it's kind of like an impossible situation going on. And the Chojiro, who is her love interest according to the storyline that we followed, he wants to kill her. But the thing is, he's also in love with her and she's in love with him. And in the last episode, he finally found her, along with another two characters, and he almost strangled her to death. And she had this moment where she was like, oh my god, he doesn't mean it, he's such a good person, he's not trying to kill me, which is like, no, he is trying to kill you. And then just before he can actually kill her, this other guy, who's another love interest, he saves the day and he takes her with him. So that is basically where we are in the story. We still don't know who killed the ruler. We still don't know what Kuroyuki, the guy who saved her, what his motives are. We don't know anything right now. We should be around the middle of the story. So basically, I guess now things are going to start to make sense. And I'm really looking forward to that because I need to know what is happening. Okay then, please let me know if you have any questions, again any comments, especially about the audio. I'm always super paranoid with the audio. So, the land of Mikawa in the mountains. When I woke, a red sky spread above me. I saw the birds fly home to their nests. Sunset. This is Enju, the main character. I muttered to myself, and I got up from the ground. I met Kuroyuki's eyes, and he looked surprised. This is Kuroyuki, the guy who saved her. He's also a little bit of a creep, and he's also the younger brother of her bodyguard. He gave me an awkward smile, and I didn't know why, until a tear trickled down my chin and dripped onto my lap. Oh, I'm crying. See, this is something that I've always been a little bit confused about, especially in this kind of stories. It's like, I cannot imagine a situation in which I am crying and I don't realize that I'm crying. Audio is fine, no worries. Okay, thank you very much, and hi! Thanks for being here. So yeah, the concept of like the tear dropping and not realizing that a tear is dropping is a little bit, I guess it's a cliche. Oops. I wiped my eyes away and heard a familiar voice.
どこか痛みますか?
Yeah, Gekamaru, he is the bodyguard and the older brother of the guy who is like next to him. Gekamaru.
はい。
I called his name out in surprise, and he replied as he always did. I mean, you're right. The last thing we know about Gekamaru is that he was fighting someone? I know whom they were fighting, but I don't recall if Enju remembers who he was fighting. But yeah, they got separated in a little bit of a messy moment.
はい。猿之助は逃がしましたが。
Yeah, he was fighting Inosuke, who was also one of like their friend groups, and Inosuke is like, yeah, I gotta kill her. It doesn't really make any sense, to be honest. That's fine, as long as you're safe.
逃がしたってやる気満々だね。
追い人を逃がせばまた追われるだけだ。
まあそりゃそうだね。
だから次はない。お前もそのつもりでいろ。
Ooh, Gekamaru is not playing.
言われなくても分かってるって。
Kuroyuki, aren't you here to hunt me down?
俺は追い人じゃないよ。なんかめんどくさそうだったから、そういう話になる前に出てきちゃった。
Oh, so during the scene where her father was telling everyone that they had to kill her, Kuroyuki was the only one who was absent. Hi Grace, hi! So Kuroyuki was the only one who was absent, and for a moment I thought that maybe he was there for like a secret mission or something. But yeah, apparently he didn't want to be assigned the mission of, you know.
そんでお前を助けてしばらく逃げてたんだけど、その途中で偶然月下兄と合流したってわけ。
Nice. I see. Kuroyuki isn't after me. That lightens my heart somewhat. It was hard to accept that my childhood friends were after my life. I was relieved I did not need to watch the two brothers fight.
俺は追い人じゃないけど、誰が追い人になったのかは知ってるよ。聞く？
Yes, I think I should.
分かった。追い人に選ばれたのは長兄、猿之助、そしてキャラ、霞の4人で。
Enter a scene where Enju is going to be, oh, Chojiro.
見事に幼馴染で固めてきたよね。まあ行動を読みやすいって魂胆なんだろうけどさ。
He chose Kasumi too. Kasumi is like this very, very young character. I don't know how old she is, but she looks like she's 7. And she talks like she's 7. But I have no idea how old she is.
そうだよ。
Poor thing. And they talk about her like she's 7. There's no way Kasumi could do it. Yeah, one of the theories that we had is that maybe in the story they will kill Kasumi just because that will be like the end of the innocence and it will be like a very big turning point, but we have no idea if that's gonna happen. She might be alone now, scared and crying. I felt silent. The two brothers didn't speak much either. It was as if they were both trying to avoid saying anything that could hurt me further.
夜になる前に寝床を探しましょう。追ってから距離は取りたいですが、今はあなたの体を休めないと。
Wait, isn't Kasumi your waifu? Wait, I'm forgetting the names. Kasumi is the very young girl who is like blonde, a Japanese blonde. I mean, she has blue hair, so what am I talking about? She's the very young girl whom they brought into Kyo so that she would be the one like cooking for them and cleaning after them. So basically, she is a waifu, but somebody's waifu. I don't know whose.
俺が担いで走ってやってもいいけど。
Like Kuroyuki sometimes says things that are so creepy. That's why I don't like him.
それでは長くは持たないだろう。後のことを考えろ。
そこかよ。
そうかな。まあいいか。それじゃ いい感じの場所を見つけてくれよ。
Japanese blue hair. Who was the waifu again? Do you mean the girl that I like? That is Kiara. Like, she hasn't appeared yet.
すぐに戻ります。何かあれば呼んでください。
I cannot believe that I really like Gekamaru right now, because at the beginning I honestly hated him. Because he was like so overbearing and overprotective, and now he's like nice. Alright. The two left swiftly. Gekamaru slipped through the bushes, while Kuriyuki jumped from tree to tree. They're brothers, but they are so different. I crouched and curled into myself. I'm alive. I looked at my hands. They were shaking. The fear is hitting me now. The waifu was the friends we made along the way. Yeah, the waifu is basically everyone except Inju at this point. Yeah, the scene where he tries to kill her, it's this one here. It's just like rude. I had thought I was ready to die. I remembered how Chojiro looked at me, and the reason I'm not reading Brother Chojiro instead, and I'm only reading Chojiro, is because he's technically her cousin, which makes it very weird for me that he's a love interest. I'm pleasantly surprised with what Kuriyuki is doing. Yeah, I mean, he's still being a creep about it, but at least he's not trying to actively kill her, which is like, kind of like the bare minimum. I remember Chojiro was choking Asuya. He wasn't gazing somewhere into the distance, but straight at me. Maybe that's why I felt so happy. See, this is the thing. This is the very weird thing. Is that, look, she's smiling and she was happy, and he was actively trying to kill her. So either she has the self-preservation of a chair, or she is just like not okay. We're basically romancing ourselves at this stage. I mean, I don't like any of the guys. Yeah, maybe Gekamaru, but even, I don't know. He wasn't looking anywhere else but at me. Yeah, because he was killing you. He was killing you. That's how it works. My emotions began to roll again. I want to talk to him. No, you don't. I want to talk to him face to face. I want to touch him. I want to ask why he let me go. He didn't let her go. Kuriyuki had to actively paralyze him so that he would let her go. So, Inju, ma'am, please? Daddy Hanzo. Hanzo still has to appear. He had never let anything get in the way of his orders, but there was a moment when he faltered. Why? There's so much I want to talk about. Chojiro. Ma'am? I had accepted my death at his hands, but now that I was alive, I wanted more. More death? He wanted more death at his hands? I don't know. I said it in the last stream, but like, I really have a very big issue with the fact that they are romanticizing actual violence against her. And she's like, oh yeah, but I want him to do it again. Like, no you don't. Like this, it doesn't work like that. Yeah. Because now I knew how I felt about him. My heart burned for him and I couldn't think of anything else. I must be out of my mind. Yeah. He has been ordered to kill me. Well, someone knows the plot of the story, apparently. But even so, there is no even so. Lol. Yeah, it's like... See, this is why I cannot like Enju, and this is why I cannot take her seriously. It's just, near-death experiences make people bloodthirsty. I mean, bloodthirsty, but like for themselves? The land of Mino in the mountains. Yeah, Inosuke, and this is Kiara, the girl in the right. She is my favorite character, hands down. For now.
やっぱり月下丸は強いわね。
Like, I think at this point, there is not a single character that I can safely like. Enosuke was resting after his fight with Gekamaru to give his wound a chance to heal.
このままじゃ勝てねえな。なんとか方法を考えないと。ああ、めんどくせえ。
正面から向かっていってもダメよ。何か罠にかけるとか。
Why are you like that, Kiara? Like, I mean, she's smart. If she has to do it, you might as well be smart about it, but please don't.
例えば
すぐには思いつかないけど。
だからめんどくせんだよな、もう。
I kind of relate to Inosuke right now. Inosuke held his head between his hands in frustration. Kiara let out a breath.
やっぱり私たちって忍びなのね。
え？
追い人を命じられた時は戸惑ったけれど、いざやり合えば勝とうとする。
それはもうしょうがねえだろ。ここまで来ちまったんだし。やらなきゃ里が滅びる。
今更だけれど、長兄の言ってたこと分かった気がするわ。これが私たちの任務なんだから、最後までやり遂げないと。
Can we please have a character who can think? The story writing is lame. Like, that's the thing. Like, when it comes to the plot, like who killed, who was it? Hideyoshi. Like, that part is interesting for me. Like, the actual plot, the behind the scenes, like who's going to rule, who wants to be like the guardian of Hideyori, that I find interesting. But the characters, like the interpersonal relations between the characters, is just so. It's like this was written as a fan fiction by someone who doesn't write. Like, I wanted to say something like by an 11-year-old, but I think even 11-year-olds by now they can write better than this.
たとえ殺す相手が親友でも。
God. Inosuke nodded in silence. He had been uncertain, but he knew there was only one course of action he could take if he wanted to return home.
共倒れじゃ意味ねえ。もうやるしかないんだ。次は迷わず全力で行く。
And it's hard to believe that these two were like, I mean, I guess they still are like my favorite pairing in the whole game.
私もやるわ。私は里に帰りたい。みんなを、里を守りたい。
Very noble, I guess, whatever.
そのためなら何だってする。家族も友達も一族も、猿之助も失いたくないの。
Are we gonna have like a romance scene? Because if these two end up together, then I can just like stop the game because I'm just gonna be happy. I won't. I'm tempted, but I won't. Kira said that with a serious face. It surprised Inosuke for a moment. He didn't make light of it as he usually would. Instead, he nodded gravely.
俺もお前を失いたくない。
Yoo-hoo! Hell yeah!
次は絶対勝つ。
Yeah, それはどうでもいい. Like, I don't care about that. Just like, come on, kiss! Just thinking about it. Are we gonna find out who killed him? I hope so, because I'm here for the plot. It makes more sense than Star Trek Picard. I have zero context for this. I mean, I've never watched Star Trek, so I have no idea. Kiara breathed a sigh of relief. She was reassured of their relationship and their resolve. There was pain to think she would lose a friend. She also knew sadness was to come.
でも、やっぱり私たちは古老の輩。
By the way, where is Kasumi? Like, did they abandon her like in the middle of the forest?
己のために人を食らう非情な生き物。長兄の言った通りなんだわ。誰かの死の上にでも生き残ってみせる。大切な人と一緒に。
Yeah, but kiss. A few days before, the land of Mino, in the mountains. Kasumi ran through the mountains fearfully. She was surrounded by a strange group of people, and she stumbled as she went. Yeah, okay, now we're gonna find out what happened to Kasumi, because she was left completely abandoned by Kiara. She finally fell over. She yelled at the strange shadows that followed her.
やめてください。一体何なんですか。何の用なんですか。
ですから力を貸すだけです。怖がる必要はない。
Got it. Who is this guy? One of them materialized before her. He wore unfamiliar shinobi gear. Kasumi drew her weapon. Who is that? Is that the guy? At a long time ago, like at almost the beginning, there was this mysterious guy who was following Tokugawa and Hanzo, and he was like following them and being very creepy about it. Maybe it's him. I don't know.
安心しなさい。わしらは同じ忍びのノキザル衆だ。わしはその長で名をボーという。
Okay. I think this is important. Like, also, isn't it very interesting that everyone is going after Enju and they literally abandoned the youngest one and nobody's going after her? I kind of feel bad for her.
このまま上野の娘を逃しては甲賀が滅んでしまう。同じ忍びとしてそれは避けたい。だからあなたを助けるのです。
Yeah, no, I see. Sorry, I thought she was gonna say something else. Kasumi stared at the strange figure before her. She didn't know if she could trust him. No, Kasumi, you do not trust strangers. But Sister Kiara... Seniority?
寂しくてどこへ行ったらいいのかもわからない。どうしたらいいの？
She was someone that cried at all the smallest. She was someone that cried at the smallest goodbyes. This situation was too much for her to bear. Bo continued persuasively.
このままではあなたの大切な人たちは皆死んでしまうのですよ。
She's supposed to be a shinobi, like she's supposed to know better than this. Her shoulders began to tremble as she felt another wave of tears coming. She knew it was pointless to cry, but she couldn't help it.
そうならないためにもわしらがお助けしましょう。
Kasumi trembled as she nodded her head. Got it. The land of Mikawa, in the mountains. Oh god, this guy. I hate him. Tojiro stayed in the spot where he let Enju slip from his grasp. He stared at his double-edged sword. It was sharp and well polished. It had supped on the blood of countless men, but this time it remained dry.
どこを切ればいいのかわからなくなった。
Oh god, bro. I don't know where I should have cut her. Should I have cut her head? Should I have cut her stomach? Maybe I should have slashed at her without thinking. He couldn't imagine his disciple drenched in blood. This is so creepy. This is so weird. I do not like this. Like, he is in such a Sasuke mode, and I really hate the Sasuke kind of character, that it's just making my skin crawl to think that he ended up being our love interest. So he decided he would kill her with his bare hands. In the end, he failed. He felt her pulse weaken under his hand. He saw her smile faintly at him, and it shook him. For the briefest moments he had remembered the days he spent with her. At that moment, His palm began to itch again. It then turned into a throbbing pain. There's this thing with his hand, like whenever he thinks about Enju, it itches or it hurts. It's like, at the beginning I thought maybe someone had poisoned him and I kind of wished that I had been right. When that happened, he couldn't strangle her anymore. Wow, that's a shame, I guess. And Kurayuki got him. Tojiro replayed the scene over and over in his head and sighed.
なぜ殺せなかったのか。
Oh, such mystery, much wonder. He should have finished the job like he usually would, without a problem.
エンジも覚悟を決めていたはずだ。だから逃げずに刃を交えた。
He was proud to see his disciple had grown strong enough to face him. He was just surprised that in the end, it was he that failed.
これは任務だ。相手が誰であろうと関係ない。人の命は儚い。いつでも途切れる。それをこの手で終わらせようというだけだ。ただ少し短くなるだけ。
He tried to convince himself, but he couldn't focus.
なぜあいつの姿ばかり頭に浮かぶ。
This is supposed to be romantic, like, oh, why couldn't I kill her? Why couldn't I cut her head off? Why couldn't I strangle her? I cannot stop thinking about it. Well, you should... I was gonna say go to the police, but I don't think that's a thing yet. He couldn't understand it. No, neither can I. He could hear someone's footsteps coming near. Whoever was coming didn't even bother masking his approach. He strolled towards him at a leisurely pace. Chojiro was surprised to see who it was. I think this is gonna be Goemon.
お前は。
Haha.
久しぶりだね。
I knew it. So now we are finally gonna know, like, maybe, I don't know, their connection, because we know that they know each other, we just don't know why.
なぜここに。
もうちょっと再会を喜んでくれよ。18年ぶりだったかな。
話によっては再会を喜べないね。
あんたの弟子の逃亡を月下丸と一緒に手助けしたのは俺だって言ったら喜んでくれるかな。
何？
Chojiro raised his sword looking murderous. He was fuming, ready to cut down the men standing before him.
そこは喜ぶところだろう。
そのおかげでどれだけ甲賀が混乱したことか。
でも今その弟子を逃がしたのはあんたじゃないのかい？
You tell him! You tell him! Hell yeah! Somebody I can imagine this two at a bathhouse. That would be hilarious. I need someone to draw that for me.
見ていたのか。
Oh.
事情によりね。お嬢ちゃんを助けてやりたかったけど、どこかの誰かに邪魔された。
Why is that thing so big? Like, why is his sword, right? Yeah, I mean, I was gonna make like a joke, a dick joke, but I'm just not gonna make it because it's not. It's not funny, but someone stopped me. Yeah, the person who stopped him is Hanzo. The thing is about Hanzo, we don't know what his role is. We know that he is Tokugawa's bodyguard, and we also know that he has the best voice in the game, and I could just listen to him and exist happily.
それはまあ置いといて。18年も経ったっていうのに、あんた全然変わってないんだな。
Goemon laughed.
真面目でおとなしくて、伊賀の長の息子と呼ばれると何も言えない。縛られたものにがんじがらめで、決められたことしかできない。道の外に踏み出す勇気がない。
Woohoo! You tell him.
どう生きればいいかも自分では見つけられない。
それで
それで
あいつに情を移して私に説教をしに来たのか。
それで I'm just gonna start using that. それで
そうかもね。あんたもあの子も見てられなくてさ。
Chojiro let out a breath as if he was fed up. Well, not more than everyone else in this room.
変わってないのはお互い様だ。お前は自由すぎるんだ。修行も放り出して伊賀を抜け、自分の心の行くままに生きている。
楽しいよ。どの道最後に従うのは自分の心だろ。さっきのあんたみたいに。
Yeah, but like it's not like Chojiro stopped strangling her because he wanted to. Like, didn't he stop strangling her because Kuroyuki paralyzed him? Chojiro felt silent. He didn't even know if he had let Enju go on purpose. Maybe not. Maybe I misunderstood in the end. But like...
それに、この件に関して言えば、気になることが多すぎる。
まあそりゃね。
これはあんたが思っているような普通の追悼任務なのかな。
何か知っているとでも。
I mean, a lot of people know things that you don't, Chojiro. Like how to just be a human.
知ってるというか、勘かな。
Chojiro narrowed his eyes into slits and frowned. He had put down his sword, but he did not trust Goemon.
しかし、話す気はないということか。
I assumed Kuroyuki could only paralyze him because Chojiro was hesitating. I guess that's what they're going for.
いや、いろいろあってね。それじゃあ俺は行こうかな。お嬢ちゃんによろしく、長ちゃん。
長ちゃん？ふざけんなよ。
お前。
He scowled at the youth of his childhood nickname. Yeah, you see, I knew that they knew each other from Iga. I just knew it. But Goemon was already gone. The small grain of doubt he had planted embedded itself in Chojiro's heart.
援助を守るというならば、私と五右衛門は敵同士。信じる必要はないが。
Okay, chapter 9. Chochan. The land of Mikawa in the mountains.
こんなところで話して平気なのか。
園児ならまだ寝てるから大丈夫でしょ。それよりちゃんと知っておいてほしい。
親方様は何と。
追い人の任務が失敗すれば甲賀は伊賀のように滅ぼされるだろうってだから町人はもちろん猿之助もキャラも本気だ。それは覚悟しておいた方がいい。
ああ。
それとこのことは園児には黙っておこう。
当然だ。言う必要はない。
Are you sure about that? Because, like, shouldn't she be the one making the decision? And not only that, I mean, she hasn't even really tried to find out who the killer was, and she hasn't really tried to prove her innocence. She's just running away. So, just don't withhold more information, but maybe she would be like, okay, then just kill me and the end. So, I don't know. I don't even know who Enjo is anymore.
さすが月下に話が早くて助かるよ。もしこのことが知れたら。あ
あ。きっと自害を選ばれるだろう。それだけはさせない。
You could figure out who killed the guy.
俺も全力で止めるよ。
It's like they don't even follow the plot of the story. Am I the only one who's following the plot?
お前こそ里を捨てる覚悟はあるのか。あるいは全てが終わった後になぜそれを言わなかったと責められる覚悟はあるか。
当たり前だろ。俺は彼女が生きていればいいんだよ。月下兄と同じでね。
それならいい。
This is supposed to be romantic, and all I'm seeing are red flags, red flags, red flags. I found Gekamaru and Kuroyuki by the river when I woke. What were they talking about? They stood close, with their eyes on the water. Good morning. Both of you are up so early. They took a step away from each other the moment they saw me. They're brothers. They don't have to mind.
今朝は目覚めが良かったな。川の近くは風も爽やかだし、気持ちがいいね。
五右衛門と同じくらい平和だな、お前
This
は。
is so fake.
あいつと同じか。それは微妙な気分だな。
Andrew is just a sigh. Am I the only one thinking that Kuroyuki is kinda sus? I mean, at this point, everyone is sus because nobody is making sense. Kuroyuki, do you know Goemon-san? I wasn't aware that you'd met him. See, that's another thing. He hasn't met him. God.
いや、なんとなく思っただけだよ。それよりほら、いい風だと思わない？川のせせらぎも心地いいしさ。
Shirukayo. I agree. I like the riverside too. The water is clean and the water is clear and tastes clean. It's so easy to sidetrack her. No, we will never find out who killed Hideyoshi because nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm the only one who cares in this story. Like,
では次の野営も川の近くにしましょうか。
単純だな、月下に。
it was refreshing to wash my face with the cold river water. It helped me sort my feelings out too. Both Gekamaru and Kuroyuki are trying their best to keep me safe. I can't let them down. I must stay strong. I must carry on.
それで今後どう進むかですが、五右衛門がいなくなった以上、進路は変えた方がいいでしょう。
Yes, he warned us to avoid the Tokaido path.
進路が読まれたとも取れますね。詳しいところは本人が離脱したので分かりませんが。
Why couldn't you ask him what you knew? You were with him for like days. I don't think he left because he wanted to. To me, it looked as if he didn't have a choice. Gekamaru and Kuroyuki's expressions clouded.
ずいぶん信用しちゃったんだな。
As opposed to all that unclean water. You can't drink the bath water. Don't do it. I mean, maybe she can sell it and then she can just make money off it and like hire a detective who will actually try to save her by finding the real assassin. This can be like a fanfic plot.
今後の指示まで話して消えたのなら戻る可能性は低いでしょう。帰りを待ちたいと言われても。
I understand. Let's move on. Do you understand, Enju? Do you? Gekamaru nodded. Kuroyuki didn't say anything more.
一つ提案です。出羽の国に忍びたちの隠れ里があると聞いたことがあります。
Is that gonna be the shinobi with the weird guy that, like, harassed Kasumi?
事情により里を抜け追われる身となった忍びたちがひっそり暮らす場所なのだそうです。
Sounds like it.
行く先がない以上そちらを目指すのはどうでしょう。
The water sail spin-off game. It could be a DLC. The DLC for Nightshade. A hidden village. So it's a Nukening runaway ninja village. Interesting that they put the English translation in parentheses. Okay, are they gonna do that for the rest of the game, or like I wonder why they did that.
へえ、聞いたことないな。って聞かないから隠れ里なんだろうけど。
俺も昔に聞いた話です。どこまで正しい情報かは分かりません。ですが闇雲に逃げ回るよりはどこかを目指した方が良いかと。
Then let's head north through the mountains where it's harder to track us. Once we agreed on the plan, we quickly packed up and erased the traces we had been there. there.
こんなことしたって超兄には全部お見通しだとは思うけどな。
Yeah, joke's on you, because actually Andrew wants that. I felt my heart jump when Kuroyuki mentioned his name, ほら。
そうだとしても処理しておかないといざ追いつかれた時に教えを忘れたのかと怒られるぞ。
After he tries to strangle Andrew, can you imagine? He's gonna be like, and then she's dead, and then he will, like, Chojiro turns to Gekamaru and it's like, how could you be so careless? I could track you all the way here. Shame on you. This doesn't make any sense. Why would you say that?
うわ、あり得る。
ありえないじゃん。
冗談だ。
月下にも冗談とか言うようになったんだね。
I know I have to keep my calm. No, you have to keep your wit. The problem is she's too calm. You need to keep your wit. But just the mention of his name affects me so much. My thoughts kept running back to that day we fought whenever I heard his name. Even my hands began to feel numb, as if I had just parried one of his heavy blows. It's called PTSD. The next time I meet him, I know he will kill me. Yeah, that's why. I know that, but even so, I still want to see him again. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Because whenever we see if we ever end up seeing the credits, I'm gonna need to find who wrote the script, because it's not okay. The land of Mino in the mountains. Inosuke and Kiara had lost track of Enju. They were still searching in the land of Mino. And why is Kiara not looking for Kasumi? A bad circulation. I don't... Maybe, yeah.
どう？何か手がかりはあった？
いや、これは完全に見失ったな。くっそ。
The two searched hopelessly. Now that they had lost their lead, their job was nearly impossible.
俺が月下丸に勝ててさえいれば。
そんなの悔やんでもしょうがないでしょ。次は勝つわよ。言ったでしょ。
Oh, hi Jack! Nice to see that she's gotten her wits and has no demonstrated will in choosing her own. Oh god, it's still the paperboard in history. She's still a paperboard. Yeah, I mean, she's just... I don't know, she's pining over her would-be killer, which is a very weird mood, honestly. And like, how the hell did Kiara forget about Kasumi? This is just something that is just... it blows my mind.
おう、一泡吹かせてやんねえとな。俺にも奥の手があるんだってとこ見せてやる。
They looked at each other and smiled faintly at how their conversation sounded so casual. Then, they leaned into each other and kissed. No, they didn't. This time they heard a voice. It was one of a young girl. If that's gonna be Kasumi, I'm gonna be mad. Because then Kiara's gonna be, oh, Kasumi, where were you? I thought you were behind us the whole time. Hold on.
かすみ、追いついてきたのね。
I think Kiara is mad that she interrupted them, because there is no way that Kiara forgot about Kasumi. I mean, why are you so happy? She abandoned you. Kasumi ran towards Kiara and hugged her with all her might. Did she though? Kiara had pushed Kasumi away before, hoping the girl would become more independent, but felt her own resolve crumble. She hugged the young girl back and breathed a sigh of relief. No, she didn't.
よく俺たちを見つけられたな。一人で泣いて迷子になってるかと思ったぜ。
Oh, and he was happy just abandoning her, like crying and lost. It's just, oh god, two characters. They had two good characters. two characters that were like fun and compelling and that I could actually ship without not being angry. And then they had to destroy them as people. Kanane-sama stabs. That would be more believable. I would watch that actually. I'm gonna write fan fiction about how I would have just solved all of this.
その通りです。でも追いついてきたんだもの。頑張ったわね、かすみ。
言うなよ、そんなの。
それはかすみがというか。
Between her chokes, Kasumi turned around. She saw no one there.
よっしゃ、かすみも増えたなら3人だ。少しは捜索が楽になるな。
ええ、何としても手がかりを見つけましょう。
And now Kasumi is not gonna tell them about the weirdo that has been following her. Kasumi nervously delivered her line.
姉様たちですが、三河の国へ向かったと聞きました。
How does she know that? Does she know that?
三河の国？
東海道を行くつもりかしら。
偉いぞかすみ。それなら急がねえとな。
What?
はい。
What? Neither Inosuke nor Kiara asked where she got the information from. High class shinobi. Yeah, you believe everything that the 7-year-old tells you because that is how it works in the village of Koga. No wonder they want to destroy it. Holy shit. I want to destroy it. The land of Mikawa in the mountains. We left you to become stronger. I know, and it's like it just doesn't make any sense. It's tough love. That was the reason, not because we are responsible and evil, and just because whoever wrote the script doesn't know what the hell is going on and how people actually work. I walked through the mountain pass of Mikawa with Gekamaru and Kuruyuki by my side. I thought Chojiro would catch up with us soon enough, but still no sign of him. The other two must have thought the same. They were on constant high alert. The caution often caused us to move at a slower pace.
日が陰ってきたね。曇りは嫌いなんだけどな。ちょっと休まない？
Can we get this guy a shirt? Like Inosuke?
休んでいる暇はないだろう。
厳しいな。休憩もなし、野宿ばっかり。女の子にはきついでしょう。
女の子にはきついでしょう。せえなよ、もう。Like, we've got a girl with us, you know, and it's like, she is not the one complaining. She's not the one whining. He's the one I mean, she has problems of her own, don't get me wrong, but at least she's not whining. Kuroyuki, Konoya. It's alright, I'm not complaining.
頑張るね。俺は出羽に行ったら湯葉に行きたいな。そうだ、せっかくだから一緒に入ろうよ。
I hate him. I hate him. Let it be stated on record that I hate Kuroyuki.
月下にも入りたいってさ。
See, these guys have shirts. Yeah, the last guy, yeah, Inosuke. I love how you're going to react. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot.
一体ない。そもそもそんなことは絶対に許さないからな。
I don't care. Give me plot. Give me plot. I want to know who's the killer. I don't care about all of this.
ねえ、たまにはいいじゃない。
I won't bathe with you, but it would be nice if we got some time to spend peacefully. You need to investigate things. You need to solve a murder case, okay? Enju, that is your priority.
でしょ？俺とお前と月下兄の3人ならこれからずっと楽しく過ごせるよ。
なわけねえだろ。
どうせもう甲賀には戻れないんだからさ。好き勝手やろう。
どこにいても 黒雪の好き勝手は変わらないように思うけどな。
Haha. I couldn't help but laugh at Kikamaru and Kuroyuki's friendly banter. The two looked surprised and stared at me. What's the matter?
なんだ、笑えるんじゃん。
あなたが笑っているところを久しぶりに見ました。
Was I really that glum? Come to think of it, I hadn't had a good laugh since the day I was thrown in prison. I mean, I don't have any sort of compassion for you right now, Enju, so I'm just gonna say that you deserve it. You two reminded me of our earlier days together.
昔って他のみんなのことも分かってると思うけど、もう敵だよ。
黒雪。
Kikamaru's face stiffened at the word everybody. Maybe he thinks I'll become sad if we talk about everyone I'll miss. Of course it hurts, but...
だって事実は事実でしょ。変わんないよ。
He's not wrong. Kikamaru let out a long, heavy sigh. I could tell he was irritated by Kuroyuki's words.
割り切んなきゃダメだよ。お前もさ。長兄も猿之助もキャラもかすみも生き延びるために切るんだ。
Sure.
黒雪。
I mean, they could solve the murder, get the charges dropped, and everyone would live. I haven't smiled since I was in prison. I should be happy because I'm in love with a dude trying to kill me and being exiled. See, that's the... It's that. Yeah, that's exactly what is happening. And it drives me mad.
なんだよ。おかしなことは言ってないでしょ。
言ってるに決まってんじゃねえかよってね。
全員俺がやる。だからそんなことは言わなくていい。
は？何言ってんの？月下に一人で全員倒せると思ってるの？
I don't care about any of this. I don't care about this conversation happening. I don't care about the brothers. I just... Give me the plot.
長兄に勝つなんて絶対無理だし、相手もバカじゃないんだから策ぐらい練ってくるでしょ。
This is just gonna be me whining that I want something to happen because this is just... God, okay. I'm not.
倒せるかどうかではなく、倒す。
Hikamaru. I knew he meant what he said. It was also sad and painful.
だからもう本当に結果には俺もいるのにさ。
Sad. Hashtag sad. Kill them with what? That bad haircut and feather earring? It's gonna be like... It's gonna... Like Chojiro's gonna be like, ah, with his like super big ass sword. Yeah, I can see that happening. Kuroyuki muttered quietly, but then his expression changed and the music stopped. So did mine and Kikamaru's. We felt silent and listened. Someone's there. I knew someone would eventually catch up with us. Who is it this time? It was just as Kuroyuki said, if I wanted to live, I had to kill. But the moment I saw her, I froze and my mind went blank. Is it gonna be Kasumi? Oh no, Kiara.
ようやく会えたわね。
She wasn't holding a weapon. She even looked as if she had a soft smile on her face. Maybe, just maybe, Kiara just came to see me. The foolish thought ran through my mind, but at least she knows it's foolish. Those locks of hair look sharp enough to stab someone to me. I mean, he could just maybe like headbutt Chojiro.
一人で来たの？
なわけないでしょ。
ええ、そうよ。少し話がしたいの。関東様からの書簡を預かってきたわ。
It's a voice I know so well, but this is... Kiara, I wanted to talk to you too, but... What was I supposed to do? A shadow flashed before me.
やはり二人一緒か。
Enosuke.
やるじゃんキャラ。そういう芸当もできるようになったんだ。うっかり騙されそうになったよ。
Oh. I knew it was a trick, but I still couldn't believe that Kiara intended to deceive me. She had a soft smile on her face. Ah yes, because shinobi are notoriously bad at faking facial expressions. Stop these foolish thoughts. This is a matter of life and death. And now she cares about life and death.
じゃあやるか。2対2かな。な。
One second. Oh. Kuroyuki's dagger split the wind, striking a tree. It surprised the girl in hiding, and she dropped her chakram. It was Kasumi. I don't know what a chakram is. Maybe a weapon. Kasumi.
二重の罠はいいと思うけど、霞の気配はバレバレだからな。
Kasumi's legs were shaking. She dropped onto her knees.
まあ予想はしてたわよ。
Kiara isn't holding back any punches.
それはいいけどさ、なんで黒雪までそっち側なんだよ。
俺としては当然の結果だけどな。
Will someone get blonde Wolverine a shirt? Oh, you mean it? Yeah, you mean Inosuke. He has bandages, I guess.
援助がいるから。さすが兄弟ね。
なんかその言われ方は不本意だな。
いつまで喋ってるつもりだ。
Thank you, Gekamaru. Gekamaru silenced everyone. The air grew chill with menace. They were prepared for blood. Yeah, chakram's a weapon, kinda like a round blade thing. I know this from FF14. Ah, thank you. It's really gonna happen. Are you gonna do something about it, Ninja? Or are you just gonna sit there?
どっちにしろやるしかねえもんな。
やっぱやるんだ。
黒雪は追悼に含まれてないけど、邪魔するなら容赦しないわよ。
Chakrams are what Shina used. But I need more snacks. I'll be back. Okay.
それはこちらのセリフだ。
諦めてくれれば楽なのにな。
引けるわけねえだろ。
だよね。
Kill, Inosuke, Kiara, Kasumi. Inosuke was the first to make a move. His sharp claws slashed out at Gekamaru.
よそ見してる暇あるの？
Kiara reacted a moment too slow. Kuroyuki came down on her.
遅い遅い。
Oh, this is getting interesting.
だ。相変わらず力技だな。
うるさいわね。
No. No, actually, yeah, I'm having fun. This is the most fun I'm having so far. Yeah, keep fighting. I still couldn't move. I didn't know what to do. I felt so useless. Gekamaru and Kuroyuki had the upper hand. Considering their skills, it was to be expected. Inosuke grunted from the blow, but jumped up quickly. He tried escaping in the trees. Gekamaru followed suit. He landed another blow and another. He was so fast, my eyes couldn't follow his movements. Why is she just standing there? Your guess is as good as mine, honestly. I guess it's... I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. I got my chips. Good. Okay. Cut and bleeding, Inosuke ran towards Kiara and Kuroyuki. Ooh. Then Kiara suddenly turned. She ran past Enosuke. Enosuke didn't stop, charging towards Kuroyuki. Interesting. Enosuke stabbed his claws into Kuroyuki's chest. Dark blood splattered on the earth. Damn!
なめないでよね
Kiara swung hard. Gekamaru dodged, ready to strike. Then a blade shot past, stopping him. He dodged again. I am having fun right now. That was Enosuke. He had thrown a kunai. I kind of want Enosuke and Kiara to win, honestly. Kiara seized her chance. She kicked up the sand around her, blinding Gekamaru for a moment. They're working as a team. Gekamaru and Kuroyuki were more skilled, but Enosuke and Kiara knew how to move as a team. Together, they were a force to be reckoned with. Both Gekamaru and Kuroyuki were used to fighting solo. It never occurred to them to fight together. Gekamaru didn't even look when Kuroyuki was hurt. That was the difference between the two pairs. That's what you missed, yeah. Arc, Urusai, yeah, ugh. Clash, Wang, String, Bamboo. Pretty much.
ちょっと結果にちゃんと見ててよ。
What is Inju doing? Gekamaru came a step late. He struck Kiara from the back. His blow sliced through her skin, but it was not deep enough to take her down. Do not hurt Kiara or I'm gonna hurt you, Gekamaru. And then I realized the other two have the upper hand now. Gekamaru and Kuroyuki were strong. That was why they never had the need to work with anybody. In comparison, Enosuke and Kiara worked seamlessly from years of being together. They didn't need to talk, they only had to look to understand what their partner was going to do next. What do I do? Just don't do anything, Enju. When you don't do anything is when things get interesting. Enju is a true gamer. She's epic game during a raid. I don't play MMOs, but yeah, even I get that reference. There was a possibility Gekamaru and Kuroyuki would lose to the two. I knew I had to help, but my hands wouldn't stop shaking. She's as bad as Kasumi. At least Kasumi has like an excuse. What? Can I... Oh! I just like them together. This is me shipping them. Time but 3. Love prevails all. What happened was unexpected. Kiara turned towards me and charged. Ooh, damn! Is it city time? I hope so! Kiara. I couldn't move. I had never seen her look at me that way before. Oh. Kuroyuki was immediately hot on her tail. I can't. I lifted my dagger to protect myself with trembling hands. But Kiara's heavy blow never reached me. It didn't break my bones, but Kuroyuki instead. Oh? 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 Oh, hashtag best friend energy. Because... With a sickening noise, he flew sideways from the blow. I saw his small light body tossed aside, hitting a tree like a ragdoll. Oh. When he dropped to the ground, he was vomiting blood. Oh my god, what is happening? Kiara packs a punch. Kuroyuki. Kiara, how could you? My eyes filled with tears. I saw Kuroyuki lying on the ground limply. My pulse raced in panic.
そう思うなら覚悟を決めて。
Get over. I never thought Kira and Inosuke would do this. I thought they would hold back. The Kiara I knew had hurt Kuroyuki and was now going to take my life. She had already accepted this all. As I parried Kiara's attacks, I felt anxiety grow within me. I was the only one that couldn't. A different kind of pain ripped through my body, nothing like the pain I felt fighting Brother Chojiro. I have been stupid and blind. Yes. I had hoped Brother Chojiro would change his mind. I had thought Kiara and Inosuke wouldn't hurt us. I was so afraid to fight. Kiara swung her shigiri with all her might. The iron ball was headed straight towards me. I got ready for the impact, but Gekamaru was faster than she was.
後ろからなんて
No!
卑怯じゃないの。
Oh, if Gekamaru kills Kiara, I'm just gonna hate him forever. Kiara now, before she gains willpower, strike Angel. Also, when lover cousin tries to take her life, she grows faint and wispy. But when Kiara does it, oh, gotta attack her.
言えた立場か。
相手は俺だ。結果までは。
He saved me again. Kuroyuki and Gekamaru were willing to sacrifice their lives to protect me. The thought made me tremble. Do something else than tremble. I have to fight. I finally remembered how to move and turned to Kiara. She stood up, wincing from the pain, but lifted the corner of her mouth in a smile. I don't want Kiara to die. I don't want Kiara to die.
いつものあなたになったわね。
I don't want her to die. My hands are still... Like, I would rather prefer Enju dies. Kiara, please, let us go.
そういう甘さまで。
Kiara sneered once more, then clutched her weapon and ran. She ran toward Kuroyuki, not me. Kiara!
とどめよ、黒雪。
Her movement was unexpected, but Kuroyuki reacted upon hearing her voice.
うっさいな。こんなんじゃ死ねないってな。
Oh no. The two engaged, heading deeper into the woods. Kuroyuki! I ran after him but halted, unsure if I should follow. What about Gekamaru? I turned around to find him. I saw his eyes dart about in search of his brother. He was worried for Kuroyuki, but every movement of weakness put him in danger.
追わせねえよ。
Inosuke's claws lashed out. They slashed at Gekamaru mercilessly. But his blows cut the air. Gekamaru was gone. Why isn't Kiara the female MC? I don't know. I wish that she was the main character, right? Honestly. Do it, Kiara. Smash the dude. And then he bled out. I don't know. Like, everyone is hurt. I just don't know how hurt everyone is. He appeared behind Inosuke and swung down his sword. Inosuke wavered. He had a smile etched on his face. It was an illusion.
しまった。
遅い。
Oh. Inosuke had taken Gekamaru's back, just the way Gekamaru had thought he'd taken Inosuke. The claws sank in deep. Niji, hi! Now we have a choice, and whoever you abandon dies. That's what I thought would happen, but like, I don't know. Battle time. I'm dropping by. Thanks for coming, Niji. I appreciate it. We are in the middle of a battle. Do they have healing potions? No, I don't know. It's not that kind of game. Gekamaru. No. Oh, no! No!
さすがだな。
No! don't kill Inosuke! I'm gonna be so mad! Inosuke fell to his knees. Gekamaru swayed to the right. Unable to break his fall, he crashed to the ground. Gekamaru, forget about Gekamaru. I ran and tried to hold him, but my hand slipped on his blood. No! They all die except Chojiro. Let's have everyone but Enju die. That'd be super. I mean, at this point, I just want everyone to die except Kiara. I ran and tried to hold him. Yeah, I read that. No. So much blood. So much blood. Oh shit. Gekamaru, please. I was crying. I clung onto him, desperate. Oh no. Yo! Did they kill Gekamaru? No way! I mean, I didn't like him at the beginning, but like, did they kill Gekamaru? Shit! Bad end? I think so? Oh my god, I'm freaking out. Banana slipped on the blood. She was like, phew! Holy shit! With each breath he took, blood poured out of his mouth. No! Don't talk. The blood, it won't stop. Don't die. Anime rule, if he has time to make a final speech, he dies. If he just passes out, he's alive. That is pretty accurate, not gonna lie. He furrowed his eyebrows and his eyes softened, knowing I was demanding something impossible. No! You cannot kill Gek. Oh my god, am I getting emotional? I'm getting emotional. Go back to Canada, Blonde Wolverine. Find out the next episode of the. I know! He didn't even finish his sentence. His eyelids dropped slowly. I mean... Oh. His heavy breathing gradually stopped. He moved no more. Even the blood that poured with each breath trickled silently down his neck. Gekamaru. He didn't answer to his name. His body lay still, lifeless. All the blood pooling around him was unreal, and I still couldn't believe he was gone. He was always there for me. He always insisted he would protect me. To think he isn't in this world anymore. To think he is dead. Oh god, I just got chills. This can't be true. The sound of footsteps brought me back. Inosuke! I snapped my head up and saw Kiara. Okay, before something else happens, I just need a second to grieve. Come on. I am a little bit surprised at how sad I am right now. I thought that Kiara and Inosuke would die. I mean, me too. I mean, I kind of saw it coming that something would eventually happen to Gekamaru. But bro, like what the hell? Oh god, I am gonna need a moment. Breathe, okay, water, hydrate. They killed Gekamaru. She staggered towards Inosuke and got on her knees. Holding him in his arms, she called his name. Did they also kill Inosuke before he could kiss Kiara? Inosuke! Oh god, no, not Inosuke.
ほう黒雪は
やったわよ。
Eh? Did she kill Kurik? Eh? I I felt my body stiffened as I stayed by Gekamaru's side. Kuroyuki? Okay, so Gekamaru died. Kuroyuki died. And he's also gonna die.
なのになんであんたがやられてるのよ。一緒に帰るって言ったでしょ。
Oh, not Kiara and Inosuke. They have to end up together.
んだよ、褒めてくんねえのかよ。
Oh, shut up.
俺結構頑張ったんだって。
I'm more emotional about Inosuke than about Gekamaru. And I don't wanna cry. I don't wanna cry on stream. Inosuke's wounds were just as bad. A large wound split his body almost in two, and blood just flowed and flowed. There was no way he could survive.
でもやっぱり気持ちいいもんじゃねえ。
やだやだ、一緒に帰ろうよ、猿之助。
Not my favorite OTP dying. Maybe Kiara takes her own life. I mean, if that happens, I'm just gonna quit the game. They were supposed to be my enemies, but I couldn't stand watching Inosuke die.
守れなくてごめん。
Aww.
結果まるらしいな。でも俺は
God.
猿之助。
キャラ俺の分も
It was a sudden end. A blade flashed, stabbing Kiara through her back. What? Wait. Look, you know what streams I enjoy? Human ones. Not saying I enjoy watching people cry, but others' emotion ruined. I just think I'm in way too much shock right now. Wait, I need a second before I continue. Not Kiara, not Kiara. The man that stabbed Kiara with his sword was dressed in an unfamiliar uniform of a different clan. He was a shinobi. He drew his sword back, pulling it out of her. Kiara's body jerked forward, falling on Inosuke.
So...
The smell of blood permeated the air. Then, silence. Inosuke and Kiara, they had both died. I did not expect this to go this way. I don't like this. I don't like this. He helped Kasumi and Inosuke and Kiara. Bad end. I mean... But obviously Kasumi didn't tell them, and she got help when she reunited them. Dying Inosuke sees her die first. Not cool. No, I'm shooketh. Why? I rasped, finally finding my voice. Wait, so Gekamaru is dead, Inosuke is dead, Kiara is dead, Kuroyuki, as far as we know, is dead? That's a lot. But that was all I could say to the man. I couldn't manage anything more.
さあ、かすみ殿。
今こそ任務を果たす時です、かすみ殿。
Kasumi? Kasumi looked dazed as she was pulled to her feet by this unknown man. She looked terrible. Her eyes saw nothing, as if she'd lost her soul. The shinobi picked up her chakram and placed it in her hands. Oh, that's a chakra. Kuriki comes back. Who wrote this? I don't know.
援助を撃つのです、かすみ殿。
She focused her weapon with unsteady eyes. Then she screamed. Her shriek sounded like the tearing of cloth. She collapsed and blacked out. I'm not even mad at her blacking out, honestly, because this is fucking grim. My throat felt dry. I had nothing to say. Everything was too much to handle. I couldn't believe what had happened. The expression of horror on Kasumi's face was etched into my mind. Maybe even I wore the same expression now.
なんだ、使えない。
Kasumi made a deal. Yeah, I think she did. His name is Tomino. Okay, I know it's Tomino, but I'm gonna call him Domino. I'm so good. It's everyone is. Yo, everyone is dead. Oh my god. Wow.
本当に役立たずな女だな。やむを得まい。我々が殺し、なんとかうまく見せかけて。
Free speak out. No, she just passed out. As far as we know, she's only like fainted. Oh, there's two of them. The unknown shinobi gathered together. They looked my way. My vision blurred. Their bodies seemed to explode. Is that Chojiro? Blood spurted from their mangled bodies. It took me time to realize that they had been killed. These wounds, it's Chojiro. My tears began to flow again once I recognized who it was. It was Chojiro. Everyone is dead, so maybe now we can finally romance Chojiro. Was not expecting this high of a body count midway through an autumn. I know, I wasn't expecting. I mean, I knew someone would die, but not everyone in one go. This other shinobi clan probably want to ruin the Koga clan. They probably killed Hideyoshi, I assume, and frame it on Enjo. Right now, that is the only theory that we have, because nothing else is. Only two of us are alive. Hora, Chojiro. He stood before the pile of dead bodies, slowly sheathing his blade. Chojiro. He didn't answer, but then he did not try to kill me either. Low standards! I need like a song for that. It was a long, heavy silence. I numbly looked around the bodies of my loved ones. They were all so quiet. Their souls had flown. They're all dead. Chojiro kicked aside the unknown shinobi. He lifted up Kyara, Inosuke, and Gekamaru one by. How does he lift all of them up? Like, does he? Because Gekamaru is a pretty big guy, and Inosuke as well, and Kyara. How does he pick up 3 adult people? I wondered where he was carrying them. Then he turned to look at me.
ついてきなさい。
If she does that, I'm gonna be so mad. That was all he said, and then he walked. Chojiro. I couldn't stop my tears. I simply repeated his command in my head again and again. I must follow him. I stood up on shaking legs, afraid I would lose sight of him. I have to go. A trail of blood led behind him, the blood of my friends. My eyes fell on the child, the only one left unscathed. Kasumi, I can't leave her here. unlike Kiara. I rip. I forced my muscles to move and lifted her up. She was still unconscious. Where is Chojiro going? Chojiro's butthead. He's carrying 3 bodies. Kinda lame. He ain't gonna kill us anymore. I mean, yeah. Kuriyuki ain't dead. They said he is. I followed his tracks, carrying Kasumi on my back. Brother Chojiro dug a hole in an open space and laid the bodies of the 3 inside. He noticed I had come and spoke quietly.
黒雪は血の跡があったので追ったが見つからなかった。
Oh, you're right. You're right. I don't think he's dead. I recalled Inosuke and Kiara's conversation. I did it, she said. Then Kiara, she...
まずは3人を弔う。手伝いなさい。
I cannot believe they killed Kiara and Inosuke. They were my OTP. They were my OTP. You 100% can leave her there, damn it. She's the one who made the deal. There we go. He didn't wait for my answer. He began burying them. I bent to the job. My bloody hands were now covered in dirt. I covered Gekkamaru's pale face with dirt. I wondered if I would hurt him, if it got in his wounds. I covered his open stomach last. I closed Inosuke's mouth and covered it with dirt. I wondered what he wanted to say. I covered his face last. We placed Kiara next to Inosuke. I wiped her bloody face before I covered it with dirt. I covered her hand placed in Inosuke's last. Oh! At least they're together in there. I'm really mad. I'm really mad because I don't like them. I really wanted Inosuke and Kiara to be together, and they were so close. I cannot believe that. I'm mad. I thought my tears had dried, but now they wouldn't stop. The more I tried to hold them back, the more they flowed down my cheeks. Even after the burial, Chojiro said nothing. He closed his eyes and stood still. Only my sobs echoed through the woods. I have to say goodbye. I took several deep, shaky breaths. Finally, I was able to say something. Goodbye. I had so many memories, so many emotions, so much more to say. But a simple goodbye was all I could manage. Oh my god, now we're gonna get political. I wanted the politics all this time and now you're giving them to me when I cannot physically handle it? All our Tomos are dead and randomly the dude we're supposed to be romancing is not out to get us anymore. Hashtag irony. God. He killed everyone! If Chojiro's not trying to kill her, that means her name has been cleared and absolutely none of the deaths were necessary. Buon Chojiro. Oh god. I'm shooketh. A man sat in the middle of a large hall, alone, reading a scroll with a bored look on his face. At last, he put it down and looked up. There before him was a shinobi down on one knee. It was Lord Ieyasu Tokugawa and Hanzo Hattori. Okay, I know, now is not the time. Now is not the time. But, his voice. Now is not the time. Sachiko, now is not the time.
何か動きがありましたか?
Bright side, we will have a new we will have new characters to meet and be sad about when they die. You mean in other Otome games or like in this game?
月下丸、山倉猿之助、三雲キャラ、計3人の死亡を確認しました。
Shut up, Hanzo. Ieyasu listened to the names of the deceased without changing his expression. However, he looked somewhat tired.
伏見城へは
Let his voice heal our hearts. Yeah. I mean, we're still reading.
は、同じく報告が言っております。
Okay, y'all need to understand that I'm listening to the game like with the headphones. So when Hanzo is speaking, it's like he's whispering in my ears, and that is like pretty hot. Not gonna lie.
そうですか。今頃一喜一憂でしょうね。
So honestly, if you're gonna play the game, I recommend headphones just for the scenes with Hanzo in them. Hanzo didn't comment. Ieyasu picked up his fan and began to rub it between his fingers.
このままおとなしく終わるのか、それとも悪あがきするのか。いずれにせよ、いつまでこんな馬鹿げたことをやるのでしょう。
Not Sachi trying to justify her thirst for Hanzo. Hanzo SMR. Look, you cannot laugh at me until you try it, okay? Like, I am just a human. Just don't this before you try it. Hanzo didn't comment again. He had a hard expression on his face, but Ieyasu didn't see. He kept his head bowed until Ieyasu dismissed him with a sigh. The land of Mikawa, riverside. I laid Kasumi down on the grass and began washing the blood off myself by the river. I wish I had some spare clothes. My thoughts were detached from my feelings. Even when the stains were gone, I could still smell the blood. Is it strange for me to hate the smell when it's the blood of my friend? No, it's not. It's not weird, Enjo. It's very much not weird. Still, I continued scrubbing. I scrubbed the blood of my clothes. I scrubbed the blood of my skin. The blood. It won't come off. My eyes were swollen and dry. I had no more tears to cry.
風邪をひくぞ。
Chojiro, that is such an irrelevant thing to say right now. But that Chojiro said when he saw me crouch by the river. He's got Hiro Yui haircut. It's just a voice, but the haircut too. It's just a voice. Bro, let her just die. There's just one river in this country. They just follow the river, wherever it takes them. I simply replied yes with a blank expression. I want to scrub away the blood of my hands, on my hands. I continued to wash myself in the dark of the night. When I returned to Chojiro's side, he had started a fire. He must have made one so I would dry my clothes. It's so warm, I murmured, and Chojiro sat down opposite me. Why is he not trying to kill her anymore? Yeah, it's like, yeah, you're right, Grace. Like, he almost choked us, and now he's like, oh, you're gonna get a cold. I know. No judgment. I'm of the opinion that if you haven't lived until you have listened to his voice actor reading poetry. Oh, I need to find that. Is this the turning point where she does the training montage and becomes a protagonist? I mean, there's no other characters to become a protagonist, right? He throws a few twigs in the fire, eyes fixed to the ground. How is Kasumi?
寝ている。疲れもあるのだろう。寝かせてやりなさい。
Too little too late, Chojiro. Exactly. Yes. I answered quietly. Chojiro glanced at me once, but quickly looked away.
なんだ
Aren't you going to kill me? Aren't you going to kill me? There's a me missing.
誰をだ
Me, yeah, you see? There's a me missing. It was a strange conversation to have. Chojiro let out a long sigh.
殺さない。今は
Ima. Oh, well done. Okay, thank you, sir. That's very kind of you. To yeah. Okay, I hate him. I hate him so much. I thought I hated Gekamaru and now I miss him. And now I thought I liked Chojiro and I absolutely despise him. Not for now. I cocked my head. The conversation was getting stranger. And when? And just like asking all the questions that we have. I'd assume Goemon told him something. She's the Nick Carraway of this game. I do not know who Nick Carraway is.
とにかく殺さない。今は忘れろ。
とにかく Not now. I repeated to myself. Then later? After what? Everyone is already dead. The bright fire was blinding. Kasumi was fast asleep. Chojiro kept silent. Only the fire blazed as if it were alive. It's so bright. I shivered once from the cold. I hadn't realized it, but my wet clothes had sucked my warmth away.
寒いか。
Bro, you don't have the right to worry about her after you tried to kill her? You know what I'm saying? That's like the definition of mixed signals? No, I'm fine. Everyone is already... Despite my reply, Brother Chojiro threw a few more branches into the fire.
先ほど黒雪をもう一度探してみたが、やはり見つからなかった。川に流されたのかもしれない。
Is Kuroyuki gonna be the one to kill Chojiro? The river.
川辺でとどめを刺した跡があった。川下もしばらく探したが、流れが速い。見つけるのは無理だろう。
He's gonna come back. I saw a spray of blood in my mind. I shook my head to get rid of the picture, but the image stayed. The image of Gekamaru's lifeless body, Inosuke and Kiara fallen on top of each other. I remembered how they died. Kuroyuki, I'm sorry we weren't able to make you a grave. I'm sorry. I hung my head. Chojiro spoke to me again. It was rare he spoke so much. It was rare he wasn't trying to kill me.
明日はもう少しまともに休める場所を探そう。
Why are you doing this, Chojiro? He's a complicated guy. Is this brother like Oni-san or brother like a monk? No, it's like brother like cousin because he's literally her cousin. So I guess it's like a sign of respect. But he is her cousin. Yes. I replied automatically. Then Chojiro asked the question casually.
お前は本当は秀吉を殺してなどいないのだろう。
今更聞くの? Like, a little bit too late to be asking this question, sir. Like, that happened, like, 2 weeks ago or so? Huh? He didn't repeat the question. I answered quietly. No, I didn't.
そうか。
そっかじゃねえのよ. He fell silent. After a while, he spoke again.
それなのにお前は何も言わずに構えたのか。追い人である私と対峙した時、お前は一切の言い訳をしなかった。
Oh God, why am I doing this?
冤罪を背負いながらも何も語らずただ私と向き合った。
That's because you were literally trying to get... This is the guy who didn't let her speak. She was literally choking her. And he's like, oh, but you didn't say anything. God, why are you like this, Chojiro? Who made you like... Who broke you?
それはなぜなのか。
I remembered how he stood before me, the way he was determined to complete the mission. And I remembered how I felt at the time. That's because you are a shinobi. You are loyal, strict, responsible, and you know how important it is to complete your orders. That's who he is, the perfect shinobi I aspire to be. So basically, he's like a mindless robot who doesn't have any kinds of like thoughts or like logic or aspirations or just like any sort of moral compass. Yeah, that's definitely a perfect boyfriend to have. That's why I wanted to face him head on.
私が忍びだから。
Chojiro, just shut the fuck up. Chojiro looked surprised. I repeated my answer again. That's right.
そうか。
He narrowed his eyes slightly. After that, he did not say anything further. The next day, Kasumi woke. How many hours did she sleep? Chojiro was already up and making breakfast. It was burnt. Well, at least it's burnt. Robocop, propaganda. Yeah, that's the perfect soldier kind of like trope, right? I'm sorry to put you through the trouble.
いや、すまん。
Why is she apologizing? Was he apologizing because of the fish? I didn't know, but I just nodded in reply and studied Kasumi's expression. Is he apologizing because of the fish? Ah. Loyal implies allies. Choshiro's only loyal to the man. Yeah, he's more loyal to... what was his name? To the father? I forgot his name. Yeah, but yeah. Her face was completely blank. She didn't speak. I didn't even know if she knew we were there. Kasumi. No response.
朝毛を食べたら移動する。目星はつけた。
Why is... Why? What are you doing? Alright, what are you doing, Enju? What the fuck? After a short conversation, I finished the breakfast Chojiro made. It was the first time I tasted his cooking. It tasted of charcoal. What is happening? What is this? Why doesn't he have an undershirt? Because he cannot afford it. Like he cannot cook, so he doesn't get to have an undershirt. Land of Mikawa, temple.
ここなら横になれるだろう。
I don't understand what is going on. Why are you following him? Yes. Chojiro found an old temple in the mountains. It wasn't a clean place, but it allowed us to stretch out and sleep. Kasumi was so tired. She didn't eat breakfast, but fell asleep again. Chojiro carried her on his back. And just gonna be like, oh, well, she was the one carrying me or something. When he put her down, I saw the tear stains down her cheeks. I'll wipe them for her. I used my sleeve and they cleaned up easily. Kasumi moaned. Kasumi? Is she having a nightmare? Should I wake her? Her moans began to quiet down as I watched her. Oh, good. I stood away from her so that I would not disturb her. Chojiro was watching me all this time.
尋ねても無駄だとは思うが。あの時の忍びは一体何者だ?
That shinobi? He was talking about the shinobi that killed Kiara. They ordered Kasumi to kill me. I had never seen them before. I don't know. It was the first time I had seen them. Blood and charcoal. I didn't know charcoal tasted like betrayal. Ooh, ninja on fire! I will plot since the funeral has been wake, walk, eat bad food, sleep and repeat. Yeah.
そうか。
Like, we had that super awesome moment with lots of action and now I do not know what is happening anymore. The conversation ended there. He never talked much to begin with. Like, see, this is another thing. They say that Chojiro doesn't talk a lot, but she keeps saying that she's surprised by how much he talks, which makes me think that he actually does talk a lot. There was no reason he would begin talking now. The silence was heavy and long. It wasn't Brother Chojiro's fault, but it was hard for me. What would I do if I were alone? Everyone died because of me. If I stayed in prison and were executed, none of this would have happened. Or if we had actually tried to find out who was the real murderer, none of this would have happened, maybe. If I hadn't resisted when they came for me. If I had left Gekamaru and Kuroyuki despite what they said. When I started to think about it, I couldn't stop. I realized what I had been doing, what I had been avoiding all along. I'm a useless coward. And yeah, I'm not gonna disagree, Angel. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna disagree. Why did I try to save myself? I tried protecting my life and my heart. But what good was that with everyone dead? I berated myself again and again. I'm so sorry, everyone. I hung my head and cried silently, although Chojiro must have noticed. He asked the same question I asked yesterday. Chojiro, aren't you going to kill me?
今は殺さない。そう言っただろう。
今は殺さない。今はね。今は。They didn't die because of you, Andrew. They died because certain someones were too loyal. I mean, she hasn't... Nobody has done anything. I think this is the thing that bothers me about the story, about this game. Is that they are not doing anything. I don't know, someone mentioned it in another stream that this is a story where things happen to the characters and not the characters making things happen. Why?
不可解な状況だからだ。
いや、今気づくんだったらもう遅いんだからさ。The situation. Is he talking about the strange shinobi we met? Does he mean to say he can't kill me unless he gets to the bottom of the matter? That was even stranger. That has nothing to do with them. As long as I could remember, Chojiro had always carried out his orders to the letter. Even if he saw another shinobi on the way, even if he didn't understand what was going on, he would strive to do what he had been ordered to do. You're not selling him to us. Like, this is just red flags after red flags. Survivor's Guild, the game. Yeah. Absolutely. You literally know she didn't kill anyone, what the fuck. Yeah, it's super reactionary storytelling. Just like any shinobi would. But now, why is he stalling? Why won't he kill me? I studied the profile of his face. I still did not know what he was thinking. Ooh. Yikes. Her internal monologuing killed everyone. I mean, it put us all to sleep for sure. It's the real villain of this game. Yeah. I was startled by Kasumi's screams. She was crawling on the floor, crying. I feel bad for her.
落ち着け、かすみ。ここには敵はいない。
Yeah, it's like now you're being nice. She didn't hear what he said. She was trembling as she curled herself into a ball.
大丈夫だ。大丈夫。
Bro, go back to sleep. Toshiro stroked her tiny back. Kasumi, wake up. It's me, Inju. She jumped up in surprise and stared at me with wide eyes. Yeah, the one you were ordered to kill, the one you were just about to kill when you kind of betrayed everyone. Yeah. Kasumi, hold on. Yes, I'm right here with you. She shivered once. Then she reached out to me with trembling hands. And now Kasumi's gonna like... gotta get back to work. Give Chojiro a good kick in the pants. Thank you so much for coming, Ninja. I don't know why I said. I really appreciate it. Sorry. Thank you so much. Have a very nice day at work. Props to her VA. Okay, now you can scream in sadness again. Yeah, again. Like, yeah, honestly, just the recording sessions for this must have been so much fun. Before she touched me, she pulled her hand back.
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。かすみはそうじゃなくて。
落ち着けかすみ。無理に喋らなくてもいい。
I don't know about that, man. It's alright. I'll stay here with you. It's alright. I was relieved to see she was recovering. At least she was able to speak now.
ここには3人しかいない。周囲の安全も確かめた。落ち着いて休んでいい。
It's just the three of us here because the rest are dead. The rest died.
敵はいないということだ。
I'm trying to fix it.
何か欲しいものはあるか？
Yeah, my friends. This is like Game of Thrones started in season 6. Like everyone is just gone. Oh my god.
いえ、大丈夫です。
Oh god. She's still so unstable after all that happened.
でも、すごく疲れていて。
Go to bed. You're fine.
私たちのことは気にしなくていい。好きなだけ休みなさい。
ごめんなさい。
She whispered quietly and curled up into a ball again. So, okay, I empathize with Kasumi because I really think that Kiara shouldn't have abandoned her like that. But I just cannot get over the fact that Chojiro is this badly written. Like, he doesn't have any personality. I didn't know how many hours had passed. It was frighteningly quiet. Kasumi was fast asleep again. It hurt me to see her like this. She was always a crybaby. She'd never seen anyone get killed before. And they were all her friends that died, one by one. If she can't forget, it's better not to feel. It's better not to feel.
食事だ。
I jumped, startled. He might have been watching me. I'm sorry I didn't help.
気にしなくていい。食べなさい。
Yeah, sleep as much as you want. It's your fault that everyone is dead, like Grace is just laying in. He passed me a chunk of charred meat on a bamboo leaf. Like, can't you at least know how to cook? Oh my god, Gekamaru could cook. Rip Gekamaru.
すまない。もう少し調理も学んでおくべきだった。
Yeah, you could have asked Gekamaru. Oh wait, he's dead. No, not at all. I doubted I would be able to taste anything anyway. I took the meat from his hands and noticed his palms were bleeding. Chojiro, you've injured yourself. You're bleeding.
大した傷じゃない。
Charcoal fish is ready. Please show it to me. I'll dress it. Just let him die from sepsis, honestly. Did he get hurt by the shinobi in the fight?
大丈夫だ。放っておけ。
I pulled his hand and opened it forcefully. Chojiro, what is this?
だから大した傷ではないと言っているだろう。
Or is it his, like, pained hand? The one that is, like, constantly hurting him? On his palm there were several rows of tiny scars. Were these made by your nails?
少し強く握っていただけだ。
I don't care. I don't care about this. I don't care about Chojiro. Just But you cut your palm. Why? I don't care. 長次郎。
手のひらがうずくとつい強く握ってしまうんだ。
それで Is it an old scar?
いや。
Chojiro felt silent. Dawn came. Light came through the windows. Because I had a night of broken sleep, I felt as if I was still dreaming. What will I do from now? What will Chojiro do from now? What should I do for Kasumi? I couldn't think of an answer. I don't know what to do. I sat with my knees to my chin. Time flowed so slowly. Then, reality hit me hard. Oh, interesting music. I went to the Leo for like 5 minutes. Why are we still... because apparently Chojiro had to complain that his hand hurt, and she was like, oh my god, I cannot believe you hurt the palm of your hand because you were gripping your fist so much. And he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. And it's like, who cares? Kasumi? Okay, now maybe things are gonna get interesting again. Kasumi? What did you do? Kasumi was screaming in her sleep. She was having nightmares. Oh, okay, I thought that the bad guys were coming again. Kasumi! I tried shaking her, but Kasumi didn't open her eyes. She kept screaming in her sleep. Chojiro tried holding her by her arms, but that did nothing. She screamed at the top of her voice. Alright, she doesn't know that. What will I do from now on? Well, what was your plan up till now? Her plan was to follow whatever the guy that she was walking with would tell her to do. I mean, Angel has the personality and the ability to make choices as a towel. So my heart froze when I heard her words. What?
Kasumi!
Brother Chojiro grabbed her shoulders and shouted her name. He caught himself and glanced at me. Why does he look that way? He looked panicked. I had never seen him like that before. He told me how serious the matter was. Yeah, like 3 people dead? And now you realize that this is serious? Kasumi opened her eyes slowly after hearing Chojiro's voice. When she noticed I was there, she backed away from me. Kasumi. Hi, Robert. Hi. Hashtag I did nothing wrong. She placed her hand over her mouth in surprise. She was fully awake now. She realized what she had said and began to tremble. Her face contorted into a forced smile as she shook. It hurt me to see her that way. She was trying so hard. The village will be destroyed?
違う。いや、違うというか。
So it's true. 違います！ Kasumi shook her head vigorously, but it was plain that she was lying. If they don't kill me, Koga will be destroyed? I remembered how Inosuke and Kara fought Kekamaru and Kuruyuki. I stood up slowly and backed away from the two. Now I know. I understand why they were desperate. I should have known. I was being selfish, thinking of myself. I'll never escape. I'm Hideyoshi-sama's murderer. Of course Koga would be threatened unless they did something about me. That's how serious the matter is. Inosuke and Kara fought with their lives to protect their village, didn't they? The music here right now is just goosebumps all over my arms. And so did you, Chojiro, Kasumi. It's all because of me.
待て
Ooh. I ran from the spot, deep in the mountains. I wanted to devote my life to Koga. I wanted to be a shinobi they could be proud of. But Koga might be destroyed because of me. No, I am the reason Koga will be destroyed. Because I'm alive. I was so stupid. I cried, and even that made me feel foolish. I'm so sorry. They didn't have to die. It was all because I didn't think it through. There was always only one way to stop all this. Why will it be destroyed? Yeah, she is the daughter of the leader of Koga. So, apparently because they think that she killed Hideyoshi. They basically told the leader of Koga that if they don't kill her, that they will completely destroy the village. That's why the father, the leader of the village, told everyone that he disowned her, and that's why he sent like her friends to kill her, because if not, then yeah, the whole village would go like poof. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Hideyoshi Toyotomi, yes. The land of Mikawa, grave. I ran to my friend's grave. It was a simple grave with no particular markings. I had to tell them I was sorry before I joined them. I'm so sorry. I wiped my tears away and took out a dagger. And now Chojiro's gonna come in and say, no, don't do it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm so stupid. I turned the dagger upside down and pointed the blade towards my belly. And with one thrust, I pushed the blade in? What? Is Chojiro gonna stop you? Ah, there you go. I waited for the pain to come, but it never did. Of course, what was I thinking? Instead, my dagger cut a hand that stretched out from behind me. I mean, it's a very nice picture, but like... Chojiro, bro, like what are you doing? The whole point was to kill her. To save your village, for which already 3 people died. This is confusing me so much, not even from a plotless perspective, but just like storytelling wise, this just doesn't make any sense. Chojiro? I knew it was him. I could sense him acutely without looking back. It was his hand that was placed on my stomach. Cho-chan, no Enju, that's my job.
待てと言っただろう。
Chojiro, please let go. You're bleeding. Ma'am, Enju? Oh wait, I can't snap my fingers, but you know.
待つというまでは離さない。
Chojiro. He held me so tightly that it hurt. The heat from his body warmed my back. His blood running down my front was scorching. My eyes burned with tears. He waited patiently for my answer. He wouldn't let go till I said what he wanted to hear. My chest filled with an aching emotion. I didn't know what I was feeling, but I answered. I promise. Make it make sense.
よし。
Aren't you going to let me go?
信用できん。このまま聞け。
And meanwhile, Gekkamaru is in his grave like, oh, you fucking asshole. I should be the one hugging her. I shouldn't make fun of Gekkamaru, but like, I growled in frustration, but he had no reason to believe me. No one can stop me, not even Chojiro. I have to do this for Koga. I was at my breaking point. Everything hurt in my body.
お前の絶望は理解できる。
Really? Chojiro?
お前は私と同じだ。同じだからこそ死のうとしている。それは私が一番よくわかる。
Okay, what did I miss? Nothing. Honestly. Like she tried to kill herself to make amends, but this guy is like, don't do it. The same?
私は忍びとしての道しか知らない。任務を捨てれば忍びではなくなる。それは私にとっての死と同じだ。
I understood. I had watched him live that way.
お前にとっての道は里なのだろう。甲賀の里のために生きる。甲賀の里を守るために生きたい。だからこそ里が滅ぶというならば、その身も捨てるというんだろう。
Yes, I cannot live if the village is not there.
ああ、私と同じだ。
I mean, she didn't try to strangle you, but maybe this is just me being very picky. You didn't know any other way. To stray from the shinobi way meant choosing death.
エンジ、お前は追い人である私と対峙したとき、言い訳の一つもせずにただ構えた。お前になぜかと聞いたらこう答えたな。私が忍びだからだと。
Yes.
だからお前は迷わず戦った。私が任務にのみ従うと知っていたから。冤罪を背負いながらも何も語らず、ただ私の手に全てを託した。それを聞いたとき、私は途方もなく嬉しかったんだ。
I'm not even gonna... What?
お前は誰よりも私のことを理解してくれているのだと思った。
Now is seriously not the time.
そしてそんな私に、お前はまっすぐ向き合ってくれたのだと。
Eye to eye?
お前のその覚悟と潔さをとても美しいと思った。
Now his hand really hurts, yeah. I mean, now he has an excuse. Chojiro. He whispered in my ear. His voice soothed me, warming me inside out. The pain in my breast lessened. That is more than I can ask. Ma'am, you have very low expectations. Like, the bar for Inju is so low, it is beneath hell. That is enough to make my life worthwhile. I can die without regret, she said the day after having her friends die in front of her.
最後まで聞いてくれ。お前の絶望はそれだけではないだろう。
Is he also going to mansplain her despair or something? If he continues to talk, I'll cry again. I want to forget everything that has happened.
私はお前をこの手で殺そうとした。
I know.
けれどできなかった。
I remember that. I remember that, yeah. That's right. I wanted to ask him why he was so out of character. Was he out of character though? Was he?
私はあの時、あの一瞬まで、互いの信じる者のために戦って死ねるならば、それでいいと思っていた。
The pain in my breast lessened. Maybe I should stop stabbing his hand. No. No, just let him stab himself with my dagger. I don't even care at this point.
しかし、結局のところ私はためらってしまった。自分でもよくわからないまま、私の服をつかみ、 私を呼んだお前の鼓動が小さくなっていくのが耐えられなかった。
I remembered how he suddenly released me.
その姿がどうしても里にいた頃のお前の姿と重なって力を込めることなどできなかった。
I mean, they say he doesn't talk much, but he's talking a lot.
忍びでしかないと思っていた私がなぜ迷ったのかと問われればそうとしか答えようがない。
We had thought about the same thing. I remembered our days in Koga too. And I thought I could die happy, but I lived and ached to see him again.
甲賀で過ごした年月が私の迷いになったのだろう。それでも私はそれを認められずにいた。お前を仕留め損ねたわけに気づかないふりをしたんだ。ここでそれを認めてしまえば私の全てがなくなる。
長次郎。
だがそれは逃れられない真実になってしまった。弟子たちの死に直面して任務より大切なものがあった。失いたくなかったのだ。お前のことも皆のことも。
He was saving it for this moment of spooning his little cousin while having a knife in his hand. I mean, if you say it like that, it sounds even creepier than it... No, actually, it is as creepy as it... Oh. I think I might sneeze.
気づいていなかっただけで、いや、気づかないふりをしていただけで、すべてを失いそうになった今、ようやくそれが分かった。私は忍びである前に人間だったんだ。
I don't even know what to say to Choshiro at this point. I just don't. His voice is shaking. I couldn't see his expression, but I knew how he felt. Choshiro cared. He cared about all of us. I thought he was always looking far away, but he was always with us. His heart was always close by. I never realized. Why is this taking so long? I miss the fighting. Because he doesn't talk much. You don't know what you've got till it's gone, huh? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Choshiro.
無様だと思う。けれどこの絶望はお前も同じなのだろう。私は3人を葬りながらお前と同じように泣きたいと思ったんだ。涙は出ないのに。忍びとして生きるならばそんなものは必要がないのに、私たちが信じる者のために生きてこられたのは温かい誰かに囲まれていたからだ。失って気づいてからでもう遅い。
He gripped my dagger harder. Blood dripped down the blade. It looked painful, but Choshiro's heart was bleeding even more.
お前はここにいてくれ。これ以上失いたくないんだ。
Chojiro. His blood dripped in lieu of tears. In lieu? Do you write lieu with a W? Isn't it with a U? Or maybe it's like a different kind of spelling that I'm used to? But I thought in lieu, if you even pronounce it that way, is written with a U. She has just a very unhealthy I love him only when he's trying to kill me or is mortally wounded mentality going on here. The whole thing is so weird and toxic at this point that I don't even have the words to say because yeah, buddy, the audience stopped caring 5 minutes ago. I saw I'm seeing the same art for like 10 minutes or something. Yeah. I relaxed my hold on the dagger, and he finally let go of the blade. I held his hand between my own and whispered, "Don't cry." He hadn't shed a tear, but my words came out naturally. "I wasn't able to see your heart. You were scarred all along." I turned around to see for the very first time the look of fear on his face. "I don't want you hurting anymore. I..." Stroke his head like, "Pum pum." Okay. City, it's your time to shine. You could have done so much more, but I don't even... City, choose a number between 1 and 2.
The answer is 1.
Stroke his head. Okay, because I did not want to hug this asshole. Should be in U, right? Okay, it has to be with a U, not a W. I stroked his head gently. I have to give him support. He looked like a frightened child. I mean, he's acting like a freaking child. He was surprised, but he didn't move. I never got it. I misunderstood. I thought he was invincible, but he carries a wound inside. He came to take me home as a child. He supported and praised me on my mission. It was all because he cared. He wouldn't have been able to tell when I was lonely, or when I wanted something if he hadn't. He wouldn't have been able to tell when I was lonely or when I wanted something if he hadn't. To think I didn't understand until he put it into words. I didn't know him at all. I mean, he's like what, 23 or something, so he should know how communication works and like EQs and things like that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like Shinobi don't have like any emotional intelligence. I'm sorry, Chojiro. I stroked his head lovingly. Gradually, his expression softened, and I calmed down as well. We understand each other now. It was enough to help me look forward. He doesn't know how to cry or laugh. He doesn't know how to express his anger. He gave up hoping after he lost everything. He was always looking in the direction of Iga. The war had haunted him even since he was a child. After losing his home, he had nothing else to live for. That's why he devoted his life to being a shinobi. City, over the graves of the 3 friends that died yesterday, how do I romance this guy? Yeah, isn't that what is happening? I swear City always chooses one. I'm not even angry this time though. How did this go from the awesome action-packed sexy fighters game to the lonely cold Bishonen game? I don't know, and honestly this part is so boring. He didn't dare keep anything dear to him because he was afraid to lose it. Like, Enju, for fuck's sake, stop justifying how shitty he is as a human. There's no justification for how terrible he is. But he's at his limit now. His heart was breaking from years of holding everything in. Oh, I see. It's not that he didn't kill me. He couldn't. That's how hurt he was? So she's saying that the reason he didn't kill her was because he was hurting? I wanted to help him. He didn't need to do this anymore. She's the one who is being framed for murder. She's the one who had her friends die in front of her. She's the one who has been exiled and disowned by her own father. And she is the one who has to heal him? I know he also has trauma, but like, there's a time and a place. Chojiro, please, don't push yourself any further. It's alright to let go.
ありがとう。
What could I do for him? How can I help him learn to live again? She says as she stands over the grave of the 3 people who are not gonna live anymore. I thought long and hard as I held him in my arms. Land of Mikawa in the mountains. When we made our way back to the temple, Kasumi was waiting on the mountain path. Her eyes were filled with tears, and she ran towards me the moment she saw me. She hugged me desperately, begging for forgiveness with a shaky voice. I'd heard her cry so many times before. It was so long, I know. I feel like I'm gonna have a hangover from like Chojiro's feelings. She tried holding her tears back, but there was a look of determination in her face when she met my eyes. No, it's not. But thank you, Kasumi. I know you tried hard. You kept things to yourself because you didn't want to hurt me. Everyone kept the fact that the village was in danger because of me, from me. Now I know, they all cared. But Kasumi shook her head in frustration. She raised her voice in a painful scream. Yeah, she cries a lot, but like when the music goes silent like that, it's like, why? Kasumi?
かすみは怖くて言い出せなかったんです。かすみがあの忍びたちを連れてこなければ。
What? I thought she was lying to make me feel better. But what she said implied something else. Them. She was talking about the shinobi that killed Kiara, and now she realizes. My god, this isn't One Piece.
あの忍びを知っているのか?
It was a question we wanted to ask at some point, but neither Chojiro nor I could ask while she was still unstable. They called her name. How did you not realize this? This was happening in front of you.
知っているわけではないんです。でもあの人たちを連れてきたのはかすみです。
連れてきた?
はい、あの人たちはかすみを助けると言いました。力を貸すと言いました。エン兄様もキャラ姉様もいなくて怖くて寂しくて、その言葉にかすみはうなずいてしまった。あの人たちの言うままにかすみはエン兄様とキャラ姉様と合流して三河を目指しました。なぜあの人たちが姉様の居場所を知っているのか、どうしてかすみに協力するのか。かすみは怖くて聞けなかったんです。
居場所を知っていた?
Kasumi nodded. Then she began to tremble, and large tears spilled down her cheeks.
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。あの人たちがいなければ、あの戦いはありませんでした。キャラ姉様も、あの人たちに貫かれることはなかったし、みんな今頃は。
落ち着け、かすみ。そうではない。
かすみのせいなんです。なのに怖くて何も言えなかった。かすみは最低な引き者です。
I'm gonna hear any disagreements from me. No, something is wrong. Something didn't sit right. I hugged Kasumi close to calm her down. Kasumi, breathe, it's all right. I rocked her, trying to reassure her, when a shadow appeared before us. Nintama has more complex characterization than that. I mean... Ooh! Who's that?
何者だ
And how... What? That's a weird costume.
ザトウシュウと申します。我らは毛利家に仕える忍び衆。私は長である捧げでござりまする。
It wasn't Lord Mori, one of the guys who was trying to become Hideyori's guardian, or am I making it up? I should have made a list. I think it's one of them.
ザトウシュ
Are you here to hurt Kasumi like the others?
ノキザル衆と一緒ですか。それはどうも不愉快ですが。
You think at some point in her training to be a shinobi that somebody would have said, hey, do not trust killer-looking people that randomly offer to help if you betray your friends. That's like, yeah, ninjutsu 101. Okay, you're a terrible person, so run away and leave the story and start fighting.
では一体何のつもりだ
Remember what I said about the eyes? True bad guys have odd eyes. I mean, this one doesn't even have eyes. It has like an eye painted, but like it, or like several painted, but like.
こうするつもりで
ご
ざりまするよ。
I'm not even invested because no one that I like is survived. Like everyone that I dislike is still alive. Chojiro! Chojiro was fast. He dodged the attack easily and stood before us protectively. He already had his sword out. I took out my daggers as well, letting Kasumi go. But what she did right after was completely unexpected. Was it though? Did she try to dive into the attack and was killed? And just to make the players feel sad? She ran out before us in an attempt to protect us both.
かすみ
For a moment I thought they would not hurt the child. But I was wrong. Kasumi! They pierced her with hundreds of needles. I knew she was gonna die. I didn't know she would die here, but I knew she was gonna die. She collapsed and I ran towards her, but Chojiro shouted at me to stop. I don't think anyone is gonna miss Kasumi.
触るな毒針だ
I saw the needles on the ground. They were coated in a liquid of a strange color. I stopped in my tracks and he shouted again.
危ない
They're going to have a rock battle? What did you expect? Most of the needles fell to the ground, but a few hit him. Oh? Is he gonna die too? Like... Chojiro pulled out the needles, dropping on his knees from the effort. Sasage laughed in glee.
かすみは死んだ。
Yeah.
この男も死ねば振り出しだ。
It's like the street musicians from Kung Fu Hustle. I can spell. He signaled his men. The Satoshi drew out more needles. Stop! I stepped forward with my daggers when... Is that... I mean, Kurayuki is the only one left. Kurayuki or Hanzo, but I don't think Hanzo even is there. The Satoshi fell as if struck by an enormous wave.
何
Ah! No, there he is! Sasage spun around in surprise. A sword went straight through his heart. There he is. Again, seriously, if you have headphones, now is the time.
やめろ、最後の一人だ。
I'm just saying. Hanzo-sama.
お前たちはやりすぎた。
Hanzo-sama pulled out his sword from Sasage's chest, maintaining his cool exterior. He shook the blood off his sword before sheathing it. Daddy-chan. I would have been in awe of his speed and skill if I had not been so distraught. Chojiro, Kasumi! I didn't know if Hanzo-sama was on our side. He could have been our enemy for all I cared. Chojiro, Kasumi. Now I only had eyes for the two lying on the ground. No. Kasumi was dead. I took Chojiro's pulse. He still had a faint heartbeat. Chojiro, wake up!
時間がない。これを飲ませろ。
Hanzo isn't there, but his voice carries, yeah? Hanzo-sama threw a vial of medicine at me. I opened Chojiro's mouth, forcing the medicine in. I was desperate. Chojiro, swallow it. He didn't move. He was half Is she gonna feed him mouth to mouth? I pulled out a water bottle and took a mouthful. And I forced him to drink mouth to mouth. Hell yeah, I knew this would happen. I knew it! Swallow it. His throat moved. He did. I sat up and stared at his face. He still didn't wake up.
飲んだか?
Hanzo-sama asked quietly. I turned around to meet his eyes, suddenly aware of him.
その解毒薬は早ければ早いほど効くが、すぐに回復するわけではない。
Yes.
刺さったのが数本でよかった。でなければ薬があっても助からん。加えて毎日続けて投薬する必要がある。俺についてこい。
Where are we going? Girl, if you need him to drink something, yeah, there it is.
伏見城へ。
Fushimi Castle? Hanzo-sama spoke no further. His silence told me he meant to say if I wanted to save Chojiro, I would obey him. See, things happen to her. She doesn't make any decisions. Alright. I have no choice, but may I...
なんだ?
That was a different poison you shouldn't have consumed. So wait, did you get the poison thing right? May I make Kasumi a grave? I cannot leave her this way.
好きにしろ。
I propped Chojiro up by a tree. The color of Kasumi's skin had changed. She was such a pretty girl. I pushed back the tears that were burning in my eyes. I reached out to pick her up. Hanzo stopped me. Yes?
触らない方がいい。俺が運ぶ。
He picked Kasumi up, careful to choose the areas that were safe to hold. I saw her carried away, dangling in the air like a puppet on strings. My throat tightened. She was in my arms not so long ago. She was so warm.
どこへ葬るんだ?
It took me time to respond. I balled my hands into fists, willing myself not to cry. This way, please. He was doing me a favor. This wasn't the time to break down. Let's go to everybody, Kasumi. I led the way, walking before him. Halfway through, tears began to stream without my notice. How do you not notice tears? And the fact that you're talking about tears means that this is like an expression that I find in books and in literature that really bugs me, honestly. She's a dead girl. Like, everyone is dead. And I think... I didn't know how many days had passed since I left Koga. I think that I'm going to save the game now. If I'm not mistaken, I think this game has 11 episodes, 11 or 12. Does anyone know right now, like at the top of their head? I think it was 11, so if this is the last chapter, I want to make it like a whole stream so that we can just go on until the end. But I don't exactly know. Oops. Oh no, back. Save menu. Save.
あら、また来たの？
No,
じゃ
not
あ早速行きましょう。
Kiara, she dead. Damn it. Wait.
設定
There's
変更ね。
12. Okay.
どんな感じにするの？
Okay. 12. Then I'm gonna try to make the last 2 episodes in one go. Yes or no, random get Kamaru dead, Kuruyuki question mark, Chojiro asshole, Hanzo alive, Goemon, Inosuke, oh god, who? Hanzo? Are we gonna go back to Hanzo? I think I'm gonna go back to Hanzo. He's like, yeah.
設定変更か。手短に済ませろ。
はいよ。
また会ったな。ならば遅れずついてこい。
Inosuke voice always. I know! That. Okay. Save data. Yes. Chapter 11. 22nd. Okay. Yes, you can. My god, they need so much Pocari sweat after crying, so I know. 12. I need to get to feed the stray cat. Oh, that's sweet. Relationship data. Oh. Yeah, there was like a relationship thing, right? Oh, that's how my relationships with them were. Chojiro's halfway through. I don't think I ever opened this. Huh. That's why I'm choosing Chojiro. Okay. I mean, but it's good to know. I should have checked this sooner. Okay, so this is safe.
また会ったな。ならば遅れずついてこい。
Okay. Alright. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to finish the game during the next stream unless the last 2 episodes are like super long. If chapter 11 is like moderate, then I'm just gonna do both of them. If 11 is like super long, then I'm gonna have to divide them. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being in the comments. And honestly, I am shook because what the hell? Everyone is dead. Like, can we take a moment? Gekamaru was killed by Inosuke, or was it Kiara? I think Inosuke killed him. Inosuke was almost killed by Gekamaru. And then Kiara was killed by the weird shinobi. And then Inosuke died. And then Kasumi died. So it's like all of the characters are just gone. So now we only have Chojiro, who's like KO'd. And we have Hanzo, who's like question mark. And we have Goemon, whom we don't know where he is. And Kuruyuki, who is like, again, we don't know where he is. So everyone we like is either dead or halfway dead or just question marked. So honestly, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I still really want to know who killed the ruler, the Hideyoshi. I don't know. I'm just gonna, I don't know. Next week I'm gonna try to stream, but next week I work during the weekend. I work on Saturday, so I don't know if I might want to take Sunday off to relax, but I don't know. I will make the announcement on Twitter, so please follow me there. And you can always, of course, follow me here on, well, subscribe on YouTube. Thank you very much for being here. Please hit like if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I will see you very soon.